Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video I am bringing you my huge brand review of Skin1004. Y'all, this top is way too fancy for a barefaced video, but you all know the drill. You know I sit down after using these products for, it was 5 weeks for this trial, and I talk to you about my experience completely barefaced, so it just has to be this way. We are here to review Skin1004, talk all about how it went on my skin, what products I really liked. But before we get into this video, I want to tell you about how I did something a little different for this trial. Normally, I jump all in when I do a skincare trial. I keep with my same actives, but I switch out everything else. I did not do that with Skin1004, partially because I do have experience with some of these products before I started out this trial, but also because I was over here getting so curious about the expansion that Skin1004 is doing. I'm sure you all have noticed they've introduced the Poremizing line, they've introduced the Trica line, they had the Hyalu-Cica line, and it's all started to feel like, what do those do? What is the difference between the Poremizing and the Hyalu-Cica? What is the point of all of these different lines? And I wanted to know, why is Skin1004 coming out with so many different lines? What are their goals in each of the lines? So I decided that for a week, I would dedicate all of my energy to that specific line. And I feel like this really worked. I feel like I have a fantastic understanding of what's going on, what the differences are, and hopefully I can help you if you are trying to figure out, which is the best ampoule for me to purchase from Skin1004. I'm really hoping to help answer that today. The line itself, the brand itself rather, does some very interesting things with the way they divide up products, and I understand that so well now. I cannot wait to share what I've found out about this brand. In today's video, of course, there are timestamps and links in the description box below by category. Even though I divided these up by line for my face, I think it's still going to be most helpful to talk about a category of products together. And also today's video is made possible both by Skin1004 as well as Stylevana, although this video is fully unsponsored. The lovely team over at Stylevana reached out and said, Hey Alice, what brand are you doing next? And I said, Skin1004, you want to send me some products that you think I'll love? I adore the Stylevana team so much. They are so good at sending me really interesting products. They did not fail. Oh, they sent me some good stuff. I also did purchase some of the products in today's video through the Stylevana website myself. I do feel Stylevana has the best prices on this brand. If you are interested in getting a discount through Stylevana, I will include my code up on the screen, as well as in the description box below. And then finally, I have worked with Skin1004 in the past, and they sent me a bunch of products to try. I made dedicated reviews on 2 of my favorites so far, but in today's video, I will tell you about all of the products that they sent me. So as mentioned, we're gonna go through these products by category, and y'all, there's just no better place to start this video than to start with the beloved, well-recognizable ampoules. Ampoules and serums, we're going to group those together. Let's just start out with the chat on the original Madagascar Centella ampoule made with pure Centella from Madagascar. I feel like this is the product that really put Skin1004 on everybody's radar. I mean, again, it's absolutely gorgeous packaging that doesn't break the bank. I know I've talked about this before, and I've said that, if this was a product that was sold in US stores, imagine this was sold at Sephora. Do you think it would be $20 at Sephora? No, it would be $80. And a lot of the appeal with this product is that it says it is 100% Centella Asiatica extract. And it is. And what that ingredient does for your skin is it helps with soothing, it helps with calming. It is such a wonderful ingredient for anybody who has more sensitive skin, more difficult skin. If you are dealing with issues around your moisture barrier, it's going to be a wonderful ingredient to incorporate into your routine. But let's talk a little more about what this means for it to be 100% Cica extract. If you were purchasing this in Korea, your ingredients list would say 100% Centella Asiatica extract. I feel like I might eventually get tired of saying that so many times. But if you were buying this in America, your ingredients list would look like this. Now you might think, whoa, so the Korean product is better? Nope, it is actually the exact same. We've talked about this before, but it's been a while. So what happens is different countries have different guidelines in terms of how to format your ingredients. It is an extract, so it is that plant ingredient in a solution, wherein the idea is for that solution to be something that is readily absorbed into your skin. So ideally, an extract is far better to put on your skin than to just, I don't know, smoosh banana all over your face. I just gave myself quite a visual. But when you get down into the nitty-gritty, you have to start asking questions like, okay, what about the quality of the plant ingredients that you're using in this 100% extract? And that's something that Skin1004 focuses very heavily on. If you look through any of the imagery that Skin1004 provides in the, the galleries on Korean retailers or on their own website, they spend a lot of time talking about why they chose Madagascar as the region for their harvesting of this Centella Asiatica, how they harvest it, how they protect it in the process between picking it and getting it into this bottle. And those aren't just small details, that is a huge part of the story. You absolutely could buy some kind of other Centella Asiatica extract, but it's difficult to say that you're going to get the same kind of results that you could get from this. Regardless, it comes together to be such a beautiful product in pretty much every way. I feel like I don't have any real gripes about this product. It's so well done. I've talked before about how I like to keep it in my refrigerator just for an extra soothing sensation on top of the already soothing ingredients. It is a wonderful product. And my conclusion with this, as well as my conclusion from the Madagascar Centella week, is that this is just such an easy product right here. It's such an easy line. It's one where I feel like no matter what your routine is, you could go to this collection and very easily incorporate those products. Whether you're somebody who is using the highest strength retinoids, whether you're a beginner, it is a great all-encompassing line. So you might wonder, well, if it's that good, why is Skin1004 out here adding all these other new ampoules? Well, because perhaps you want some of those benefits of Cica, but you want some additional benefits as well. So let's talk about what I would say is probably the second most popular ampoule that they offer, the Tone Brightening Capsule Ampoule. So this one, as you may guess from the name, is made for adding some brightening effects. It still is using a high percentage of Centella Asiatica extract. In this product, it is at 77%. It also adds 4% niacinamide, a wonderful ingredient for evening out the skin tone, a tremendous amount of benefits, and 4% is the level at which niacinamide has been studied. 2% tranexamic acid, kind of a newer kid on the block, and a little bit of vitamin C in a derivative form in here. And what's especially interesting is this product actually contains these tiny little beads. The beads burst open on your skin, and it's those beads that actually contain those active ingredients. This one also adds panthenol, a little bit of postbiotic ingredients. I really think this is a fantastic product. There is something I would point out, though, that I haven't seen anybody else talk about, and that is the sensation of massaging these little beads into your skin. I would actually say that's a very light form of physical exfoliation. I really feel like the problem with the phrase physical exfoliation these days is that it's just all been clumped together as, oh, it's St. Ives. But no, I would actually say that this is a slightly abrasive product in the way that it applies. It actually may contribute to the tone brightening effects this has, but at the same time, I would say that might not make this the best choice if you are in the middle of your moisture barrier giving you issues. I would go for the Cica ampoule instead. I just wanted to add that because I haven't seen anyone mention it, but otherwise, this is an amazing line. It is so exciting to see those ingredients all together in this. There's a moisturizer we'll talk about later. I think you will be really happy with this if you are working on, again, evening out your skin tone, if you have slight hyperpigmentation. It's not high level. It's not going to compare to, Western super intense high AHA products, but it's gentle. And consistency is a huge part of skincare, so that may be the right choice for many people. Let's talk next about the Trica Relief Ampoule. At the time that I actually asked Stylevana to send this one over, at the time they sent this over, this was all that existed in the Trica line. Now I know they came out with, I think they came out with a toner as well as a cleansing foam, I believe. But for a week, this is the only product that I had to try. And I will say, look at how little I used of this. This is just a testament to how long these products last. They're 3.3 ounces of product. It's a lot. But to explain this one, this is 55% of that Centella Asiatica, and this whole line is made for people who deal with acne. So what they did with this product is, go figure, they added in some tea tree extract as well as oil. They added 9.4% tea tree leaf water, which is going to be the far more diluted form of tea tree, and 0.02% of that oil itself. Now that may sound like nothing, but what I want to say with tea tree is that it is such a potent antimicrobial ingredient that personally, I like that level. As we kind of figure out more about what's going on with the skin microbiome, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a better understanding of whether it's good to have a ton of antibacterial and antimicrobial ingredients in your routine. You don't want to get rid of your good bacteria on your skin. We're so new to understanding what all is going on. But yeah, bottom line, I think that is a great level because, I think it's so funny that essential oils have this real bad reputation, but tea tree oil seems to get kind of a pass just because lavender essential oil smells good. Tea tree essential oil, it does not smell good. But it still is an essential oil. It still is incredibly potent. So yeah, I think that's a great level. This also does include some needle leaf or pine extract. Overall, I do like this. I'm really excited to see what else they do with this tea tree line, but I want to point out something really important, and that is something that comes up every time we talk about essential oils. This, as well as tea tree oil itself, may work really well for some people in helping to reduce acne and helping to prevent acne, but it still could be associated with allergies for some people. Bottom line here is, even though this is made for acne-prone skin, these other ampoules actually, I would say, have a lower risk for allergy overall than this one. So that's just something to keep in mind with this one. Again though, if you know that tea tree oil works well for you, I think you will really like this one. Let's move on to talking about the Poremizing Fresh Ampoule. Oh my gosh, y'all, I saved this for fourth year intentionally, even though this might be at least among my top three. It's amazing. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me tell you what's going on with this. So again, Centella Asiatica is in every one of these products. So here it is at 50.4%, but it also includes the peptide 9 complex, 9 different forms of peptides. I absolutely love peptides. I feel like they are incredible for contributing to hydration, potentially great anti-aging ingredients. But it doesn't just stop there. It also has panthenol as well as Himalayan pink salt, which is part of what's giving it this pink color. The bottle itself is actually clear. The product is pink. The reason I'm so excited about this is because I've noticed that, generally speaking, these peptide products that release to the market seem to very much have dry skin types in mind, and I think what's going on is, again, peptides are often associated with anti-aging products, and as you get older, for most people, your skin gets drier. I know some of you with oily skin are sitting here watching this saying, I'm waiting. General rules and all, general rules. So the thing that's so exciting to me about this line is that this is a line that's using those peptides without being that incredibly dry skin friendly type of product. This actually is kind of geared towards oily skin, but with those ingredients. It's just a combination that never happens, and it's so exciting to see it. So, if you're somebody who's wanted to get into peptides, but you've noticed they're all really heavy feeling products, this is light. And there's not really any ingredients in here that will dry you out. The Himalayan pink salt really is just providing your skin with mineral ingredients and, of course, electrolytes. So it's not drying, but it's not deeply moisturizing either. Anyway, long story short, very exciting line if you wanted to get more into anti-aging products without the heavy feeling. And then finally, I almost bought the Hyalu-Cica ampoule, but I decided to try out their serum instead just to kind of see what was going on with it. It's the only serum from this brand that I tried. Here's my conclusion on the entirety of the Hyalu-Cica line. Much like the Poremizing line, I think they did a really good job here of making this not for people who have very dry skin, but instead, this is a whole line that is dedicated to dehydrated and I would say oily skin types. Now, you all know I'm somebody who has dry skin, so realistically, this is probably my least favorite line as a whole. As a whole, we still have to talk about the sunscreen. But that's just because it doesn't feel like it's made for my skin, and frankly, I'm happy to find this because I get this question a lot. I have people ask me all the time, my skin is dehydrated, but I have oily skin and all of these products feel so heavy. What's something that will hydrate without feeling heavy? This serum here still contains 38% Centella Asiatica extract, 5 forms of hyaluronic acid, ceramide, niacinamide. Oh, the scent. I do need to talk about the scent. So overall, this brand doesn't have the word fragrance in at least this category of products that I'm talking about, but with this line, they do contain what I would say are scent ingredients. This contains gardenia, however, they disclose the gardenia. It's a complicated situation. I feel like I don't really like to just chop this into, well, gardenia is fragrance, period, because truthfully, you're getting some antioxidants, potentially other active constituents that we haven't even yet discovered. So I don't like to limit it down to that's fragrance. But is it wrong to say that that is fragrance? No, it's nuanced. It's nuanced. But out of all of the lines, I would say this is the only one that really smells scented to my nose. The Trica line does also have that pine and tea tree oil smell to it, but the other 3 lines don't have the smell that those 2 do. Now, the second category that we're going to go over is the toner collection. I'm so excited about this because I absolutely love the way in which Skin1004 has laid out their products. The structure is fantastic. These are your exfoliating products. The exfoliating ingredients are only in the toners. This is so brilliant. This means you don't have to worry about, oh, do I want to include exfoliation today? Should I be cautious with this ampoule? Should I be cautious with this moisturizer? No, it's all limited to the toners. How smart is that, right? I love it. I love this. I am going to tell you a little bit about all 5 of the options, but I've only tried 3 of them. So we'll start with the toning toner. Gotta love that name. Very straightforward, is it not? This one contains 84% Centella Asiatica as well as PHA. This one contains some gluconolactone. Now, we've talked about PHA before, but as a quick refresher, it is an alternative to AHAs that is a bit more gentle. It's a larger molecule, so it kind of exfoliates more on the surface of your skin, which also, of course, means it's a little less irritating than ingredients that will penetrate more deeply. Second, the Hyalu-Cica Brightening Toner. This kind of tells you in the name of the product what it's going for. It is the brightening option. This one contains 74% Centella Asiatica as well as both AHA in the form of citric acid, so a little bit more of a less intense alpha hydroxy acid, and then a little bit of LHA. And so while PHA is kind of a cousin of alpha hydroxy acids, LHA is a cousin of BHA. BHA gets a little bit more into the hair follicle, more helpful for people typically that deal with inflammation and acne, whereas AHA is more of your resurfacing. So this is a little bit more of a gentle approach to both of those aspects. And again, it's the Hyalu-Cica line, so it is still rich in hyaluronic acid, it is still hydrating, but it doesn't leave a sensation on your skin. A sensation meaning neither stinging nor stickiness. And then the Poremizing Clear Toner, which is 50.4% Centella Asiatica, and this one contains, get ready for it, AHA, BHA, PHA, and LHA. Let me make sure to read you everything that's in here. So you have your citric acid, your capryl oil, salicylic acid, that's LHA, gluconolactone, that's PHA, salicylic acid, BHA, and glycolic acid, AHA. So again, I feel like this is the line for oily skin that also wants to address aging, and so to have a little bit of everything in it is a brilliant approach. This is an amazing product. Do check the extracts on this. This one contains some lavender extract, but it's very light. I actually don't smell anything in this product. And I still, as promised, wanted to tell you about the other products. So the Tone Brightening I'm sorry, I couldn't read my own writing. Boosting toner contains vitamin C as well as enzymes. So if you prefer to get your exfoliation from enzyme ingredients, that might be your choice. And then the tea Trica Purifying, which contains 12% tea tree extract as well as salicylic acid. And yes, purifying, again, tea tree oil is antimicrobial. BHA in the form of salicylic acid is wonderful for pores, for acne. Do you love it as much as I do? I kid you not. I wish every company made it so easy to figure out where those chemical exfoliators are located in their products. I love this so much. Let's go over the moisturizers that I tried. I tried a total of 3 moisturizers, and I do have a clear favorite for my own skin type. Let's just start with my clear favorite, the Tone Brightening Capsule Cream. This is the heaviest of the 3 I'm going to talk about, so of course it's my favorite. I have dry skin. I like for my creams to be a little bit heavier, but also it does, just like the Ampoule, contain those brightening ingredients, again in the tiny little balls. They seem to be less frequent in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if the Ampoule has higher concentrations of those actives. But this does still contain your niacinamide, your tranexamic acid, 60% Centella Asiatica, and it also has some additional interesting ingredients, some pear in here, if you're craving pear ever since the I'm From line perhaps. Some lactobacillus, and also some shea butter, which makes that texture make more sense. This is absolutely gorgeous, and by the way, I would say again, this one does not have a scent at all to my nose. I really like this one. For me, it's a both day or night cream. However, I will say again, if you have a little bit more of an oily skin type, you might want to reserve it for nighttime use. It's still not too heavy, but that shea butter, as you may guess, does make it a little heavier. From the Madagascar Centella line, I also liked the Soothing Cream. It is surprisingly, it's actually a very different texture on this one. This one is going to be kind of hard for me to explain, but again, I'll have video up showing this. So this one is kind of, imagine if you took a very occlusive ingredient such as petroleum jelly and you made it a lot lighter. That's kind of what this feels like. I don't know if I just did a tremendous disservice to this product because it's not heavy at all. It's not heavy, but it's a unique consistency that I'm not used to seeing in creams. Again, great ingredient, 77% of the Centella Asiatica, perhaps because it is in that Centella Asiatica line. It contains some tranexamic acid, to my surprise, some ceramide ingredients, 4 ceramide ingredients, some beta-glucan, a great alternative to hyaluronic acid. It does have some plant ingredients, so this might be a hit or miss for you personally. It contains some peppermint leaf extract, but not in any kind of way that I could pick up that sensation. I was actually really surprised after a week of using this when I went to the box and went, oh, it has peppermint extract? Some ginger extract as well, again some postbiotic ingredients, some hyaluronic acid as well. I think this one comes together to be, again, a product that you're either going to like or hate this texture, I think. By the way, I do not want to forget to tell you that these are larger bottles, 2.53 fluid ounces. That's a great size. And then the Hyalu-Cica Sleeping Pack. Now, you know how in the section where I introduced this line, I said that this is for oily skin? This one surprised me personally. Not in a good way. I bought this myself expecting to love a sleeping pack. Those are typically very heavy, but this is just way too light for my skin type. Again though, if you have oily skin and you're looking for hydrating ingredients, this might be a wonderful product for you. Very interesting ingredients in this one. It has some melatonin, some artemisia. It is, again, in my opinion, pretty scented. Gardenia is in this product as well as some hibiscus, but again, you might like this smell, and again, I always appreciate disclosure of what's contributing to that scent. Skin1004 describes this as a product that you can also use all over your body. The phrasing they use is, it is cool sleep for the hot summer. So I might be talking about this at the wrong time of the year for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, but hey, maybe some of you are watching this from Australia. Again though, if you're like me and you have dry skin and you want something heavy at night, it's not heavy. We'll group together the cleansers next, I think, so you all probably know how I feel about the Madagascar Centella Light Cleansing Oil. I love this so much. This is one of few cleansing oils for removing makeup and skincare that says you can use it without a second cleanser, and it's true. It's true. I feel so rude. In last week's video, I said I'm about to double cleanse with these, and did I? No, I stopped at this because my skin felt clean. It didn't feel oily. I didn't feel like I needed a second cleanser. Which brings me to the Ampoule foam. Typically, as a heads up, I'm a little picky with cleansers. I like them to be extremely gentle. To the credit of this Ampoule foam, I actually do feel like it's pretty gentle. It too has a very different texture from almost every cleanser I've seen. It's so thick, it comes out like a snake or something. It's so thick, and yet it does foam up on your skin. But that's the catch for me because my skin is so difficult. I don't like to use foaming cleansers too often. I will still say though, I did like this more than a lot of other cleansers. I'm just really picky. So for me personally, it was not an instant favorite. It's just that I'm a cream cleanser type of gal. I feel like, oh my gosh, imagine if Skin1004 came out with cream cleansers. I feel like they do it so well. Now let's talk about this. The Hyalu-Cica Water Fit Sun Serum SPF 50+, PA+++++. So many of you have commented, Alice, you have to try the new Skin1004 sunscreen. Y'all, we're so right. Oh my gosh, this is an absolutely amazing sunscreen. So, you know how earlier in this video I said that this line is for oily skin? There is a detail that I'm missing in giving you just that snippet, and that is I don't actually like these real greasy sunscreens that keep coming out. I know I have dry skin, and you would think that I would love it, but I don't. By the time I get to the sunscreen step, it's at that point that I want to not contribute more to the glowingness. I just feel like sometimes I might be mistaken for a small star. I like glowing, but I just don't know if I want to walk around twinkling. And I swear, I just started to feel like all of these Korean sunscreens, they just cannot figure out how to get rid of that extreme glow factor. I just started thinking it's a part of it. It's going to be how it is with Korean sunscreens. Then comes Skin1004 with this sunscreen, and it is just not the same level of glow. They accomplished it without adding alcohol. They made it lighter in the way that it feels. It just sinks into your skin. It is probably my absolute favorite Korean sunscreen at this point. Again, if you really like that intense glow, you might prefer another sunscreen, but I see why this is getting so much buzz because it's actually different. They actually managed to make a sunscreen that's not too glowy. But my friends, that brings us to the end of this huge Skin1004 review. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if you've tried any products that I haven't tried. Do you have any favorites from this brand? And that's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be running a poll soon asking you what brand you want to see me review next, so stay tuned for that. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy today's video, and I will see you all next time.